Well, I don't recognise that characterisation. I think that what is striking. Well, I'm smiling at once again the way.
Yes, why is our levelling up minister Michael Gove smiling away like a drug-fuelled party-goer? But anyway, hello there, and I do hope you're all well. Now on Monday in Topicals for levelling up in the House of Commons, you will see the reason why some people should not be anywhere near the corridors of power and why some people take their position within the corridors of power very seriously. Just have to guess which one is which.
Boris Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that the UK is one of the most regionally imbalanced of all the major economies, and given the massive potential that is waiting to be unleashed, is it not time to accelerate the Levelling Up Bill now stalled and push forward urgently with Northern Powerhouse Rail, planning reform, devolution, secure, affordable energy supply, gigabit broadband, and all the other levelling up measures that will make this the strongest and most prosperous economy in Europe?
Yes, can I take this opportunity to thank my right honourable friend for the leadership that he showed on this issue? The Levelling Up White Paper would not have been published without his determination to ensure that at the heart...
Yes, Gove Johnson, or as Lisa and Andy called you both, Bert and Ernie of politics, if I remember rightly. Now my thought was, why are you insulting Bert and Ernie? Bert and Ernie were far more competent than these two. But yes, Gove Johnson, everyone is laughing at you both because you two are just both unserious people. Even the guy next to Spaffer is giggling away, and is that Lee Rowley next to Michael Gove smirking away as if to say, you surely can't believe all that nonsense you're saying. Well, this nonsense will soon be over because the next question will come from Labour's Mark Amesbury, who will shift Parliament from the fantasy politics of Sesame Street to the reality of most streets in this country. When Gove replies, all I'll just say is, watch out for his last comment. I found that very, very interesting.
At the heart of government are 12 clear missions which will ensure that this country achieves its full potential. It was, to my mind, interesting that the Leader of the Opposition, as he currently is and will long remain, decided that the way in which he could endear himself to this country was by having 5 missions. As ever, he had nothing like the same scale of ambition or vision as my right honourable friend when it came to making this country great.
Amesbury.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, if you take £15 billion away from local authorities, local communities, and then you give them a Hunger Games competition and give them £3 billion to fight over, how's that levelling up?
Absolutely.
Well, I don't recognise that characterisation. I think that what is striking. Well, I'm smiling at once again the way in which Hunger Games trips from Labour MPs' lips. It's only this administration that has been responsible for devolution outside London, in England. They had in their 13 years of power an opportunity to institute meaningful devolution. They did not do it outside of London, and now they're attempting to deny the people of the northeast of England a democratic choice to have Jamie Driscoll as their mayor. So I'm not going to take anything from him.
Very interesting comment at the end. Why bring Jamie Driscoll into the reply? I mean, someone who worked for Bradford Council for 30 years like I did, the last 7 years was hampered with Tory austerity because I finished on incapability in 2018 due to emergency spinal operation. Probably said a few times. But from 2010 onwards, I was dragged into the office, told, the contract you signed last year has been ripped up. Here's your new contract. Either sign or you're down the road because somebody else will sign it. So when he talks about Hunger Games, so to speak, it kind of rung true to me. So I totally understand what Mike Amesbury was talking about. But the Jamie Driscoll comment piqued my interest. Why bring up someone who's a bit of a Corbyn fan and shared a stage with Ken Loach? Now, I'm not going to go into the rights and wrongs and who's right and who's wrong. Just, if I'm honest, as somebody who leaves with principles and emotions at the door in these sorts of situations, I kind of see in both sides those who voted for Jamie Driscoll, they're going to have the part there. But I understand why Labour have done it, whether I agree with it or not, because I know the Tories would have exploited that, and they would, because as Harry Perkins said in A Very British Coup, I'm a low-down scheming bastard, and it takes one to know one, and they would have exploited it. But why bring him up on something that has nothing to do with the question? I found that very interesting. Here's where you come in. What do you guys think? I'm not interested in the rights and wrongs. I just want to concentrate on that comment. Why bring something up like that, especially on something that has nothing to do with the question? Very interesting. I might be looking at it a bit nuanced and a bit too deep, and you probably say, DB, you'll say it's this, and it'll say, yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Until the next time, I shall bid you farewell and take care, my friends.